Today, I'm revealing a fatal mistake that many CS2 investors do, and possibly even you. Even if you're making good profits right now, making this mistake could cause big problems soon, because the market is about to change. I will help you to avoid this common mistake and get ready for the big change that will probably hurt many investors soon. But after watching this video, you should be greatly prepared. First, we need to understand how a market functions. Imagine you're at a fruit market where various sellers offer apples. The price is determined by the interplay of supply and demand. At the price of 15 pennies, maybe only one seller be willing to sell at this price. However, as the price increases, more and more sellers will join in. But on the other hand, if the price is only 5 pennies, you may think to yourself, for a price of only 5 pennies, I will take 15 apples. And many others will think the same. Now let's apply this principle to the CS2 market on Steam. On Steam, we can map the demand and supply curves to the buy and sell orders. If the price for a specific skin is unusually low, many people want to buy or snipe that skin, but there are only a few sellers. However, as the price rises, the ratio changes. More sellers will join in, but less buyers are willing to pay that price. The point where the demand and supply curves intersect is called the equilibrium price, or the market price of the item. Now it gets interesting, because these curves can shift when certain market conditions change. And such a change is happening right now. Many of you may have invested in items like the Butterfly Doppler or the Orb Hyper Beast or like a AK-47 Redline, thinking that you can use these skins and simultaneously be a smart investor. These items have risen in price over the last 3 years, which may seem like a good investment at first glance. But is it really a smart investment? Looking at the development of the player numbers and comparing it with the price development of the items, it becomes clear that they move in parallel with the 3 skins. And this is no coincidence. More players joined the game as CS2 garnered increased attention at its release. This led to more players and thus more buyers for CS2 items. Just imagine our markets where the apples are sold, on one weekend suddenly twice as many people come as usual. To avoid being sold out immediately, all the sellers would raise the prices of the apples. And in the same way, the prices of all items on the CS2 market have risen. There is a saying in finance, a rising tide lifts all boats. But what is the mistake that I'm talking about? What happens when the number of players no longer rises, but remains constant or even decreases? In this case, the prices of all items will drop, or at least of those items whose supply is not limited. And that's why you should never buy items whose stock is increasing. Because with every new skin that is opened, the supply increases, which shifts the supply curve and thus lowers the price of these goods. Unless the demand, or in our case the player numbers, also increases. And this is why profits have almost always been made in the past, but this could now change if the attention from the CS2 release should wane. So before you research your next item purchase, ask yourself, is the supply of this investment limited or possibly even decreasing? Use this information as your treasure map. This list will help you identify the best investments and make smart decisions.